Hi, I'm Etnh20, and today I would like to share my interview with my uncle. My uncle was born and grew up in Taiwan until he graduated from his high school. As he said, when he decided to study in the United States, his parents did not agree with his decision, but he had a dream and a strong confidence that he would succeed in the future, so he persuaded his parents. As a result, he graduated from university in Texas and earned a master's degree. After he graduated from university, he joined an internship in Texas. In that internship, he became friends with one of the people who joined the same internship that time. My uncle say becoming friends with him was his turning point. After that internship ended, his friend invited my uncle to work in that friend's father's company. After several years, his friend's father decided to give the CEO to his friend and CFO to my uncle. These were a brief story of my uncle's life in the US. Let me talk about a few US story and how those related with my uncle's experience in the United States. Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965. This impact on my uncle's success in the US. From Enrico Lee, out of the 1960s, a new Asian America was formed. First come the passage of the 1965 Immigration and Nationality Act, which liberalized the nation's immigration policy and ushered in new generations of immigrants from throughout Asia, many of whom had no connection to pre-World War II communities. Over the past 50 years, Asian American communities have grown exponentially, and with the additional arrival of refugees from Southeast Asia, have become increasingly diverse and transnational. If this national if this national origins quota system wasn't abolished, my uncle wouldn't have become an immigrant to the United States. This policy directly impact Ocean One's ability to immigrant to the United States for his green card. The removal of restrictive quotas allow for greater educational and professional opportunities, which Ocean thought when he decided to move to the US for better career prospects. Ocean's experience shows how he got along with his neighbors and the community. The community was very friendly and welcoming. He made an effort to introduce himself and participate in local events like neighborhood barbecues and block parties. His neighborhood his neighbors were curious about his background, and they bonded over shared meals and conversations. Over time, he became close friends with many of them, feeling like he was part of a big extended family. This reflects the broader historical trend of American communities forming strong supportive networks. His active participation in local events and the welcoming nature of his community aligns with historical accounts of community building among Asian immigrants. Ocean's diverse circle of friends and his connection with other Asian Americans exemplify this historical pattern. His efforts to maintain cultural traditions while forming new bonds in the United States highlight the dual experience of cultural preservation and assimilation. And I use the same quote from the last one from the Erica Lee's book. And this that quotation emphasized the transformative effect of the 1965 Immigration and Nationality Act, which allowed a more deferred consumption of Asian immigrants. Ocean stories illustrates this larger historical pattern as he finds a compromise between keeping his cultural roots and integration into a global American society. Since the 1960s, Asian American society have become more varied and global, which matches Ocean's efforts to safeguard cultural traditions while accepting new relationships and identities in the United States. Ocean's move to the United States for education and career growth parallels the historical content of migration for better opportunities. Although the motivations and times are different, the underlying reason, seeking better opportunities, remains consistent. Migration here stories of discovery of gold in California. They call it Gansen. Letters from Chinese in San Francisco and further in the country have been circulated through all this part of the province. The accounts of the successful adventurers who have returned wood had the inhabitants poisoned the means of paying their way across have gone far to de- depopulate considerable towns. This quote illustrates the powerful role of economic opportunities that spread migration to the United States in the past, similar to how oceans is motivated by prospect prospect for educations and career liv- advancement today. Both scenarios underscore the enduring human drive to seek better opportunities, highlighting a continuous thread in the narrative of migration. Overall, my uncle made a successful career and built up his life in the United States by benefit of innovating Asian American immigrations. So, so now he has one twin and one younger daughter. So at the right hand side is his twin, and the left hand side is his younger daughter. And my uncle say now this is his now after his happiness moment is the child has born, and every day he have life with this child, and actually the child they always fighting for like the someone someone took someone's choice and they fight for this every day. Even they this is sometimes he said sometimes their fighting make him feel annoying, but he still love this life. And that's all my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.